Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Nurse Mark and the Green Nurse Daily Dose of AFA.
Oh, goodness, where we bring you hope and inspiration for growth and healing so you can have an AFA day. Start your day off the AFA way, which is.
And it's really this, Sherry. It's remembering that you're absolutely fucking amazing exactly as you are. You may have just said to yourself, bullshit, you don't really know me, Mark. Guess what? I do. I know that you're another human being who makes up a whole bunch of stories about yourself based on what somebody else told you however many years ago when you were 5 years old. You are absolutely amazing exactly as you are. Nothing
Exactly
any better, but we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that later. And so we're also trying to change the dialogue around what it means to be high. So that's why you hear me say all the time, hope, inspiration, growth, and healing, because truly cannabinoid therapeutics and cannabis medicine, what we have seen as nurses over the years is the first thing it brings patients is hope. Right. So with that being said, Mark, AFA reading of the day, Daily Love.
Reading of the day today was a good one. It was from Around the Year with Emmett Fox, and it was about your own valuation, how you see yourself, how you value yourself. It really does come down to self-love. And, I really love this little piece right here. It is... Where is it? And it is the poor opinion or sense of inferiority that is demonstrated in the failure that such people always make of their lives. And that was talking about people that you may know in your life who are always boasting about how great they are and how great their stuff is and how successful they are. But behind the scenes, they don't feel that way at all. And the only reason they need to talk about all of the great things is because they feel so badly. It always comes back to that, Sherry.
Well, you know what? I can identify with that in different periods of my life. Me too. I call it in my own mind as imposter syndrome, right?
We talk about it all the time in the entrepreneurial community. It's like you have this imposter syndrome and you feel like you don't belong and you're not, and it's all just made up bullshit. None of it's true.
None of it's true. So basically, what's the message? Be gentle with yourself. Get to know yourself
and understand that you are absolutely amazing exactly as you are. There's nothing deficient. There's nothing missing. The only thing
don't need
that's
a
happening
vitamin.
is you're making up a story about how you are.
So you got to look at this daily dose, every morning, daily dose of positivity. Just it's like a light switch, just to remind you, wake up. And here's
all it is. Well, I mean, Sherry, I say it all the time. We're just this great biochemical supercomputer, right? So we just need to keep putting in data every day to reprogram that circuit. It's like, oh yeah, you're absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, I'm absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, I'm absolutely amazing. Over time, you'll get there. You'll be able to get rid of all of the rest of the stories, and that will be the one that runs. And it's not conceitful. It's not as if you're saying, I'm the best thing ever over you. No, it's like we're all winning because we're all absolutely amazing. Now let's just get rid of all of the bullshit that stands in the way of that.
Right. So I'm going to So I'm going to tell just a quick little story. Because I think this is important for patients, people that are newly diagnosed with illness, chronic pain, being sick. I know for myself personally, when I was going through that, I created a story. What's wrong with me? What did I do wrong? What did I do to deserve this? Did I sin? Right? And then my whole ability, because I couldn't figure out how to make the traditional therapies failed. All of the other holistic therapies didn't work as well. And I didn't understand I had an endocannabinoid deficiency. So basically cannabinoids came into my life and made all those things start to work better. It brought me hope, right? So that hope, I became inspired. Right.
When you lose hope, there's nothing, there's no foundation to build on. There's nothing.
So if we do anything for any of you every morning, our goal is to bring you hope.
Yes. Yes. Because from that base, everything else becomes possible. If you have hope, everything else is possible.
All right. Word of the day.
Woo! Wow, word of the
Tip of the
day.
day.
It's December 22nd. Man, these days are just flying by. We're getting close to 2021. I am going to go with refresh. That's my word of the day.
Nice.
I am going to be refreshed today.
Nice.
Slept good last night, feeling good. Did a great meditation yesterday. Yesterday, there was a lot of meditating going on around the world. And so we joined in, Jamie and I joined in a meditation at like 1:22 in the afternoon. And we did the 44 breath meditation.
Nice.
And it was,
it was an experience. It was having that,
refresh.
Refresh. Excellent.
And yours?
So my word of the day is light. And the reason why I chose light was because yesterday was the shortest day of the year, the longest night of the year, celebrating the winter solstice. And that celebrates the return of the light.
Return of the light.
So as we are still, the beginning of winter was yesterday. So winter, you're hunkered down, you get into the ground, you're into that darkness, and you're getting all cozy and warm. So roots, you got to root in. And this is a time for us to be manifesting, to be self-care, to be self-nurturing, to be cuddled up, right? And allow becoming receptive, right? In the receptive mode, to allow the light to return.
Yes. I read a piece a while ago, Sherry, and it was about winter and about how everything goes dormant and just refreshes and renews. And then as spring comes, it's able to prosper and grow. But it requires that moment of time of just rooting, staying in that moment of rest.
Well, speaking of roots, we're going to talk about our favorite plant. So, Mark and I have talked many times about spirituality is the root of cannabis care. So today is Tidbit Tuesday, where we're going to be giving you a hug and a nug of information. So today's Terpene Tuesday, and the terpene, just for you that are new, terpenes are found in cannabis plant, often found in fruits and vegetables, and what gives the plant its smell and its flavor. So today we're going to talk about one of my favorite terpenes because I truly feel it has had a huge impact in my life and how cannabinoids are working in my body. So beta-caryophyllene.
And it's really it's one of the only terpenes that chemically we know it acts more like a cannabinoid than it does a terpene.
Yes. Yeah. Because what it does, it activates the CB2 receptor in our immune system and in our gut. So that's pretty powerful. Oh, yeah. And Mark, it's found in a lot of regular spices and herbs. Right?
Yeah.
Black pepper, cinnamon, cloves, cotton, oregano, hops, copaiba, which I'm going to talk about in a minute.
Beautiful. Say it again 3 times.
Copaiba, which is an essential. Oh, giddy up, beta-caryophyllene. So it smells. So the beta-caryophyllene, you think of pepper. What does that smell like? Peppery, woody, spicy, strong, right? And the benefits, there's so many benefits. That's what I really like about that, because it not only acts as a terpene, which contributes to the entourage effect of the plant, but it also can activate CB2 receptors located in the immune system and the gut. So the benefits to our health, it's an antioxidant. People don't know what an antioxidant is. I'm going to give you a quick little blurb.
Huge.
Peel 2 apples, put them on the counter.
Yep.
Cover one with lemon juice. Lemon juice is an antioxidant. Leave one open to air. Come back in an hour. The one that's covered in lemon, oxidative stress. The oxygen is rusting. So just look at it as an antioxidant.
We did a whole chapter. Hey, Bob, happy holidays. We did a whole chapter in organic chemistry about the oxidative process. And you know what? It's stressful on your cells, and it's part of the aging process and part of the disease process. And so this idea that you have something that will combat oxidative stress, Sherry?
Huge.
Beta-caryophyllene.
Beta-caryophyllene. And then you figure when antioxidant also helps to decrease inflammation. So beta-caryophyllene is also a potent anti-inflammatory. Also antibacterial, antifungal, and analgesic, especially for gastrointestinal disorders, which is really interesting. Also has been known to be anti-tumor in combination with other cannabinoids. So here we go really quickly.
Let it rip.
So beta-caryophyllene combined with other cannabinoids potentiates the effect. So THC in particular enhances the gastric cell protection. So beta-caryophyllene for my condition, I have huge gut issues based on what I got years ago.
Yep.
And it truly, truly helps me with the THC. And I'm finding with the multiple cannabinoids with the beta-caryophyllene, getting it into my gut has decreased my need for a lot of THC. Now, granted, I love THC, but it's just interesting is I don't need as much of it because I've incorporated other essential oils, other terpenes, other cannabinoids for that huge, rich entourage effect.
Right.
So CBD, so THC and beta-caryophyllene enhances gastric cell protection. CBD with beta-caryophyllene enhances the anti-inflammatory effect.
Right.
Really cool.
Yeah.
The other thing, strains. This is one of my favorite parts. I love talking strains just because of the names. Now, when we talk about strains, Mark and I have talked about this many times, is that strains over time have become complex and mixed, and it's just like an identifying factor, for what people have experienced before. So, like for example, Bubba Kush is high in beta-caryophyllene. However, Bubba Kush grown in one part of the country and Bubba Kush grown in another part of the country, and the cross genetics, it's going to be a little bit different. So that's why testing, looking at cannabinoid profiles, terpene profiles are extremely important when you're looking at strains. So some of the strains that are very high in beta-caryophyllene are Bubba Kush, OG Kush, Chemdog, Sour Diesel. I've tried all of those. Rockstar. I haven't tried Rockstar yet, but hey, it sounds like a good one. It's an AFA one.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you're a rock star. Let's do it.
Let's do it. And then Skywalker OG. So here's a really, really fun fact that I learned about beta-caryophyllene. Most cannabis strains will likely contain some caryophyllene, just maybe a little tiny bit.
It's like a base component of the plant, right?
Yeah.
No matter what variety we're talking about. And it really is important to know your varieties in, as you said, the testing, because it can be different from one grower to another grower a little bit, right? But that little bit may be just enough to have it not work as effectively for you. And isn't that the sort of the work in using cannabis as a medicine, is figuring out which varieties are the ones that work with you at the particular time that you are in life, right? Where you are as far as your receptors and everything. So you gotta, it's work. It is.
It's work. It's work.
When it works, it really is it's magical, right? And there you are.
Here I am. Literally, the plant has given me my life back.
Yep.
And so I am completely 100% dedicated to educating patients, providers. Our mission and vision here is to relieve suffering and improve quality of life, not only to the patients that we care for, but for the providers that come to us for mentorship. So basically, we're going to just offer it out there. If you or someone you love is suffering from chronic pain, chronic illness, debilitating illness, if you're new to cannabis and want to learn how to incorporate it into your life as a wellness regimen, or even if you're curious and you want to have a recreational experience, what a better place to learn from than nurses, right? So truly, we're going to educate and empower you to figure out the best ways to use this depending upon the goal that you're looking to achieve when you're using the plant. So visit us at www.thegreennurse.com. And for every consultation or appointment, Nurse Mark is giving away a free bottle of CBD. So thank you, Nurse Mark.
You got it, Sherry. And Crystal Burgess just came on. Crystal says, which is the best for chronic pain? Crystal, it's so individual to the person that that's why we do what we do.
Yeah. So that I'm just going to pipe in really quickly. Yep. That's why. So I'm just going to be really honest, really real, and really raw here. It took me 2 years to figure out how to make cannabis work for me. Mm-hmm. But I've understand now that we have an endocannabinoid system, and every single thing that we're doing or not doing in our lives contributes to the health of our endocannabinoid system. Cannabis is one tool in the toolbox. So when we're working with patients, we ask a lot of questions because we want to help direct you to choose the best product for you. Right. And no two people are the same. Your goals, chronic pain is subjective, so it's really, really hard. You're really suffering. Well, listen, contact me. Seriously, I will talk to you today. I'm going to reach out to you after the show is done. But that's why we ask all the questions that we ask. And there's multiple ways of using the medicine. So I will ask you like literally 20 questions at least. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the conversation, you're going to have an idea of what you should start with. So I'll do that little experiment with you today, Crystal. And so that's patient services.
And happy to help. Happy to
help.
This is what we do. This is what our lives are about, Sherry and I. And so if you're a healthcare provider anywhere in that healthcare spectrum, and I'm talking anywhere, if you're helping people feel better, have a more healthier lifestyle, and really it does all come down to what are the things we're doing, all of the things we're doing in our lives. Cannabis is that tool that helps us get back into the game, right? It helps us feel better so that we can exercise, so that we can be more mindful about the things we eat. Because when we're really suffering, it's hard to think of anything else but that pain that we're in, right? It's so difficult. So if you're in that healthcare spectrum anywhere, helping out, God bless you too, Crystal. If you're in that healthcare mode and you're helping people out, we'd love to have you join us. It's what we're here for. We are here to help make this medicine mainstream medicine, and we need your help. We need you as part of the community. We mentor you on how to work with this plan and how to work with people and coaching them how to use it. So go to thegreennurse.com, www.thegreennurse.com.
Absolutely.
All right.
Mark, what kind of day are we going to have today?
Hey, we're going to have an AFA day, Sherry. Remember, it's December 22nd. Anybody feeling the pressure to go shopping yet? It's different this year, isn't it? Yes.
It's really different.
Yes.
They're different.
Yeah. Enjoy the day. AFA day. Sherry, what is it about, really?
It's truly about living your best life and helping others do the same.
Yes. All right, folks. Have an AFA day. We'll see you tomorrow.